Trinidad and Tobago has been drying out following the recent rains, so we have a dry, stable air around, but it's been quite wet out in the Guianas and will continue to do so, all courtesy of the outlook, and we'll talk about that later on. But for Trinidad and Tobago, as we head into our dry season, especially next year, look out for more dust around than we usually see, and also you're noticing those rough seas at times with occasional long period swells, all courtesy of the Met Service. And obviously, as we go through the next few months, we'll keep you updated on most of these activities. Now, in terms of the south, look along the Guianas there. That's long line of cloudiness is courtesy of the ITCZ. It's now hanging around sometimes further to the south near the equator, but for the overall, we should be seeing most of the rains further south of Trinidad and Tobago. So that leaves us across here with mostly settled weather for the most part, just occasional clouds from time to time. There's also a bit of a dry Saharan dust in there, so we could be seeing some haze as well, especially during the mid-morning and into the middle of the afternoon. And again, showers should be few and far between for Tobago. Across in Trinidad, only a few brief showers are likely, favouring the hillsides, but definitely once you get those clearing skies, look out for the temperatures to drop, particularly in those sheltered valleys. So looking along the northern range, the Maracas, Lupino, quite a chilly start for you here. And then as the day warms, a few brief showers are likely, maybe just around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. And then once you get past that, looking at mostly dry and stable weather for the afternoon. Down towards southern areas of Trinidad as well, similarly, a brief pre-dawn shower, greeted then by summer sunshine, and then we'll get a bit more in terms of some clouds, maybe pushing them down towards Guaragari and Muruga, but leaving San Fernando and Rio Claro mostly on the settled side. So looking at temperatures then, as low as 23 degrees Celsius in Rima, but noticing a touch lower than that in those sheltered valleys such as Wim in Tobago, and over the next few nights in Tobago, still seeing temperatures around the coastline at about 23, but in the interior maybe dropping a little bit lower than that. In Trinidad as well, looking for highs around the 31 degree mark. At this time of the year, we do tend to get obviously those cooler nights, but as we go into the next few months, we'll likely see a bit more in terms of those warmer days. So for those heading offshore, just looking at a slight to moderate chop, 1.5 meters in the Caribbean. The further out you go, you get up to 2 meters, and there will be those from the east-northeast for the most part at 11 seconds. Now for the Eastern Caribbean, looking at the next few months, but down towards the Guianas, it may well be wetter than usual, possibility of flash flooding and long-term flooding being a concern, but it's good news that we'll likely bring some reliable rains for the crops, but unfortunately there'll be more pests and more mosquitoes around due to the moisture. So looking therefore at what's happening down there, we're looking at Georgetown, just seeing a brief shower or two, 31 degrees Celsius. Once we get further to the north, lots of dry, brighter weather is likely, partly cloudy skies in Basse-Terre as well, and for the most part that's how it will stay. Now we've been looking at the cold front slipping into the northern Caribbean. There's yet another one set to come through, coming into Cuba, so this will likely bring another chill to the air, maybe pushing a bit more clouds as well ahead of it, so we could be seeing a few showers that's popping in and out, coming across the hillsides of Hispaniola. So for Kingston in Jamaica, just some brief showers likely, general cloudiness for the most part, also some brief showers expected for Port-au-Prince, and on the other side through Santo Domingo, mostly cloudy and a high of 31 degrees Celsius. So that's a look at your weather, and that's it from me.